Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Greene Family Legacy, the Eco-Fern season, where we are following Generation 3 heiress Fern Greene as she continues to accidentally run away from college and hang out in Evergreen Harbor with the New Way Initiative. And actually, the New Way Initiative has some great news! They've been promoted! Woo! I am so excited for them, but just recently, one of Fern's proposals, one of Fern and one of Kelsey's proposals, since we're saying that they're working together on all of this, was accepted, and Fern here is actually promoted! Woo! She is now a construction technician. As a civil designer, get involved in planning and designing solutions to all kinds of environmental problems and chat to your fellow Sims about how to make their world a better place to live. So she is actually, as we're saying that this is a group effort for all of the careers, just everybody works different parts of the initiative. But Fern's proposals actually were promoted high enough that she is now a construction technician and helping to come up with concepts that will hopefully build new places all throughout Eco Harbor, or excuse me, all throughout, I mean, Eco Harbor sounds like a good rebranding name for this place, doesn't it? But all throughout Evergreen Harbor. So I'm pretty excited about that, and I actually feel like once you get the construction technician, it'd be really fun to be able to put down a whole bunch of new buildings and say that those are the buildings that the girls were able to help people be convinced to build. I totally forgot I put a dump over here! Maybe we should visit the dump sometime soon. That would be really fun. But I am very tickled because I have never, explored the civil engineer track, and it's very exciting to see that Fern is the one blazing a trail forward, in large part thanks to the mild amount of logic that she earned playing against her sister Amber in chess as a child, and from the handiness skill that she actually learned just a little bit of, helping her dad to fix things around the family farm. However, we are beginning to hit up against the edges of that, and I wonder if that means that Fern is going to really start thinking that she's done as much as she really can to help, and maybe it's time to fuss up to her family that she's not actually at Brightchester. It has almost been an entire week away from where she's supposed to be, and at some point she's going to need to start answering her parents' phone calls. Things are going to get a little bit desperate. But we're going to see how today plays out for Fern, if she can manage to reach level 3 of logic and handiness, if she's able to get some recycled materials and perform a handiness or eco parts upgrade on an appliance. So we're going to see, maybe she'll feel really confident about this and she could talk to her parents logically and calmly about the new path she's found forward. Or maybe she just won't be able to come up with any proposal and, her confidence is basically going to tank. We'll have to see. Meanwhile, over here we do have a bit of an improvement going on for Kelsey. She is doing good performance. I'm still trying to encourage her to get promoted. Hopefully we'll be able to eventually get her that really special reward. Where the heck is that reward? The entrepreneurial reward, which I think would be really good to just see her constantly promoted, but she can only be promoted as quickly as she has the skills. So hopefully today she'll be able to work on her logic skill a little bit. And she actually had a mysterious package arrive at the house to help with that. That I'll show you guys in just a minute. But for now, the crew are feeling inspired. They're pretty excited that their proposal has been accepted as far as it has been, and it's Friday, which means we need to come over here and we're gonna have these two check out the gossip and possibly do a little bit of voting. So that's gonna be interesting to see, because over the week, I do think that they have been absolutely stacking up. Where the heck are the voting points? There they go. Yeah, 155 influence points over here and 44 over here. So Kelsey has spent the week quite well, gaining influence left, right, and center. I think we might finally be able to vote to do something here. That makes me really excited. I hosted a wonderful event at my house the other day, and to my surprise, I got a bunch of influence from it. And maybe we should host an event sometime. Oh, that would be really cool to do too. We could even pick a place that the girls possibly helped to innovate and renovate, and we could have them host an event there as a way to celebrate including new businesses into the I still want to call it Eco Harbor now, into Evergreen Harbor or the port. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna vote on new neighborhood action plans. All right, let's go ahead and see what this week has to offer. All right, so this week, the upcycling initiative is here. We don't have, oh man, it looks like we don't actually have the ability to choose, like pick a free one right now. And none of these neighborhood action plans are currently active. And I couldn't really tell if they worked last week, so I don't know how many action points I want to like use. We could do the clean energy. With the luxury of living in a world that provides us with everything we need, we just need to learn how to harness that energy. With the clean energy NAP in place, members of the community will be rewarded with influence for owning functional clean energy objects like solar panels, wind turbines, and dew collectors. That sounds kind of useful. Apparently roughhousing encouraged is starting to go way up. We definitely don't want that to happen. We could do Foodies Unite, where members of the community will be rewarded for influence by exercising their tasty home skills. There's also self-sufficiency. We live in a community where things like fishing, gardening, and handiness are rewarded with increasing influence. The upcycling initiative for using recyclers and fabricators. I think that's the one we would pick again. So I guess we'll go ahead and vote on that one again. Remove vote and get back. Okay, but it doesn't look like we can vote on like the eco green suggestion for the area this week. However, we can throw a few votes. We'll throw at least 6 votes behind the upcycling initiative because we're going to continue to use those fabricators this week. And then Fern will go ahead and have a chance to do a little bit of voting too. And whoop, there we go. And I'm going to have Fern, she'll use at least a couple of her votes here. There we go. And oh, we're off to go chat with Bentley. I think she wants to go and convince somebody else to like vote for these initiatives. However, Kelsey is kind of stinky right now and she would not be enjoying that. So I'm going to have her go back home and we're going to tidy up. And we're going to see, you know, this may be the last day that Fern can spend here, she feels. I mean, she really is starting to feel like, all right, maybe this is the last of it. And I think she feels a little bit of regrets. I mean, she's been watching this place start to change, the trash start to get cleaned up and be turned into something new. But really, she's gonna have to fess up to her family. She's beginning to feel a little bit homesick, just a tiny pinch of it, missing Toby, her dog, more than anything. And she can't run away from her mom forever, right? So she does feel like this may be her last day to do anything. And she's going to come back and we're going to try working on some of the things that we have got the ability to do, like acquire recycled materials. Let's sort out the recyclables from the dumpster. And then let's actually send Kelsey back home. And Kelsey, you guys will notice something new in her room in just a second. But we're going to let Kelsey go ahead and like take a thoughtful shower. There we go. But Kelsey had a mysterious package that was quite expensive arrive earlier, and nobody else really understands what this is. A chemical analyzer was delivered, and Kelsey had it hauled up to her room and unpacked, and everybody's quite impressed that once again, Kelsey's managed to get her hands on an extremely expensive piece of machinery. Where it came from, she's kind of evasive about that. She just swears that it's going to help everybody to understand the chemical compounds behind what they are fabricating and what they are working with. So we'll have to see how that works out, but it will help with her logic skill. Just where on earth did she get it? All right, meanwhile, something stinks. Oh my gosh! Meanwhile, Liliana, our quiet loner who really keeps to herself other than playing video games and waiting for the time when she can mass produce all of the candles that her heart desires, apparently is having a terrible day at work again. She hates this job. Something stinks. A coworker on hour 17, energy drink 24, and it's starting to get ripe in the QA pit. Seeing as no one is going home anytime soon, Liliana can play this 2 ways. Whip out the lavender air freshener or tell Foul Boy next to her to go wash up. Liliana has a little bit of a short temper. Oh dear, Foul Boy has a foul mouth and Liliana is getting the brunt of it. Yes! While Foul Boy unleashes a tirade against her, the others take advantage and log several bugs that Liliana could have discovered. Oh no! I feel like she's just gonna quit. She's gonna be like, you know what? Forget all of this. In fact, let's do it. I don't really think now that we have figured out how things work, I don't really think we need to worry about Liliana working anymore. So she's going to come home and quit in a fit. And then I'm just going to let her start mass producing candles. And we're going to start trying to sell them. Because I feel like Liliana has done her part. She threw herself into the misery of working in the terrible QA pit. And she is ready to move on. Meanwhile, let's have Fern. Fern is off to... Oh, she needs to tend the garden. I'll let Fern tend the garden for a minute. Apparently Liliana did some great work today, but she's done. Also, Liliana is wearing one of these special things that Fern actually got from her civil engineer promotion, which of course is the New Ways group civil engineer promotion. But Liliana got some succulent earrings! Succulent earrings! How cool is that? It's something you can unlock in the civil engineer track, which I love. And she doesn't have her ears pierced yet, so she gave them to Liliana, which I think is quite kind. And Liliana is going to go ahead and she's going to let work know exactly what she thinks about them. She's done with this nonsense. Yeah, you can shove it and take it to the moon. She's done with this. She does not want to have anything more to do with this. She wants to be alone for a little while, and she just wants to relax and maybe make some candles. I'm gonna let her go ahead and just chill for a while with just some normal, like, candles. In fact, can I purchase ingredients? Soy wax. I'm gonna let her just buy a bunch of candles for a little while and just make candles. Just make some normal dipped candles. There we go. And she wants to chat with Kelsey about maybe being able to do more for the New Way initiative. Alright, speaking of which... Whoops. Speaking of which, Kelsey, you were supposed to bathe upstairs. Why did you come downstairs? Let's actually go ahead and start a club gathering here. Just to start raking in those points so that eventually... especially because we now have a more logical tool that the crew can use, we want to get that logic boost so that they can go ahead, and we can actually get the logic boost really soon, and get that logic skill a little faster. Alright, meanwhile, how's our stinky boy? He's off to harvest a plant, apparently. I'm actually going to have him... Does he have some food he can eat? He has a whole bunch of nasty... rotten food, and a bear! At some point he found a bear! How did you sneak that on me? You sneaky, wonderful person, you. He's always, oh, and he wants to go harvest the mushrooms. Oh, you want to do some gardening? That is so sweet. I'm gonna let him go ahead and garden. Alright, meanwhile we have Mizuki here, who we're going to ignore. And Liliana is finding her inner peace, working with her wax candles. Good luck, Liliana. Alright, meanwhile, we're gonna go ahead. Fern is harvesting up a whole bunch of soybeans, so she should be able to make some fresh edamame for everyone tonight. And she still, by the way, wants to become flirty, which I think is really cute. But let's have her come over and say hello to Jean really quickly. And... maybe enthuse about the city planning so she can talk about like how exciting it is that their proposals are getting known. And then let's have her sniff fresh clothing. Let's have her sniff his fresh clothing and be like, wow, Jean, you actually don't smell like a dumpster for a minute, but mean it very kindly as a compliment. And then propose a crazy scheme on what they could be doing to get everything up and going here. And then, actually, these are things that Jean pulled out of the trash. I wonder if we can repair these. Then I'm gonna have Jean go diving for trashy treasure so that we can try to repair these and earn a ton of money. Or maybe keep it because that looks like an amazing throne. Oh my gosh, look, she can actually sniff his clothes. I've never done that before. That is hilarious. Alright, she'll propose her crazy scheme on things that we can do to improve the area. Nice, nice. Liliana's not going to be happy that her quiet little peaceful gardening has been interrupted, but that's okay. And then I'm actually going to have Fern... Oh, what does she want to do? She wants to work on that proposal! She's actually working on a short story that is a proposal called Getting a Move On for being able to fill up some of these empty fields with cow plants, which I think would be pretty cool. But I'm actually going to have Fern go ahead and serve some lunch or cook. Can she cook edamame? Because we have a lot of like wonderful edamame in our pockets now. Zombie cake, pasta, Italian meatballs, cheese eyeballs, pancakes, tofu tacos. I'm gonna let Fern make like a party-sized thing of tofu tacos real quick with the edamame that we have. And I'm gonna send Gene off into the wilds. We're gonna have him dive for deals and maybe some ingredients. And then I'm gonna send him off. We're gonna have him dive for those deals and just leave him be for that. And Liliana, meanwhile, is relaxing and dipping those candles. How's she feeling? Smelly tirade. Oh my gosh. She is still really stressed from the tirade that person has gone on her. How unfair. Is this fabrication skill, by the way, for candle making? Let me check really quickly, because I'm quite curious about that. All right. Candle. What's this called? Candle making table. Candle table. Huh. Interesting. Alright. Where did I stick this puppy? I know it's hiding somewhere around here. Candle making table. Huh. It doesn't say what kind of skill it is. So I wonder... Dipped candle. I know you can make a whole bunch of candles. Is it helping her to gain a skill, or do I need to send her... It is helping her to gain some sort of mystery skill, so that's all I'll worry about it. And we'll say she wants to talk to Kelsey about, like, the idea that she can just make enough candles that everything will be alright. Alright, meanwhile we're getting some food going. We're getting some digging in the trash going. Good boy, Gene. And let's see if we can just get enough of our club points that we can get the... He found the Draping Palace single in the dumpster! Oh, Gene, I'm so proud of you. He's finding the expensive stuff, friends. And, oh, we can give this... Let's actually give this to Kelsey. She deserves something better to sleep in than that. That would be really nice of Gene. To be like, Kelsey, I found something for you in the dump. However, he's definitely going to need to clean it up first. Replace for 1,600. That's so much money. Is it worth more money after you repair it? I guess he's just going to have to keep digging. Let's try replacing this. And it cost us 100. And it sells for 100. Oh man, I don't know about that, you guys. I thought like it was supposed to give you a big boost. Huh. Maybe not. We'll have to remember that. Are you a vampire? Or do you just not like the heat? We'll have to worry about that later. Alright, let's come over and actually talk to Miyuki. Let's tell an insider story about plans for the neighborhood changes and ask her about her day and see if we can get the fabrication boost going. Let's see. We just need like 5 more points and then we can have fabrication boost. Woo! Nice! Yay! And Liliana finished another candle. And Gene is now completely stinky. Even Gene has limits to how long he wants to spend. Even Gene has limits to how long he actually wants to spend, like, it being in the dump. Also, let's go ahead and change up. We're going to remove the garden activity. And can I actually add as hobbies? Like, fabricate objects! Yes! We could add that as a hobby! Oh, that makes me so happy. Alright, fabricate objects, which hopefully means that the crew... Yes! So this does count as fabricating. Liliana, you just keep at it. You don't worry about anything. Excellent. Alright. Yay! Alright, now we can go ahead and buy the club perk for fabricating. Wait, we already have the club perk for fabricating. Woo! For logic. Alright, we got it. Liliana is going to pull out all the stops. Oh dear. Apparently things aren't going very well with her. Well, that's okay. We're going to come over. We'll grab a serving. And then Fern we're gonna let everybody else do their own thing, and we're gonna focus on Fern now. So Fern wants to perform a handiness or eco parts upgrade on an appliance. Yay! And Liliana actually reached level 2 of the fabricating skill. That's fantastic. So what could we upgrade first? Could we I think we could upgrade the fridge to use fuel cell eco parts if we had 4 eco parts. So let's actually talk to Kelsey, because I think that these two might have some eco parts together. Do I have any eco parts for Fern? I do not. However, Kelsey has 3 eco parts. Yay! Alright. So I think what I want to do is we'll send Kelsey upstairs to make some eco parts, or Fern. We'll send Fern upstairs. We'll go ahead and let her start working on trying to make those eco parts. What are you doing? Okay, we're not gonna worry about Mizuki. She's a little concerning. Oh, and Fern is clumsy. Oh, I love her. Alright, so let's focus on Fern. There's too many Sims, and this happens sometimes when I have so many Sims to pay attention to. We do want to get our logic up to level 2. So you know what? Let's go ahead and have these two work together. Everybody else, you do whatever you want. I'll come back to you all later. They're just wandering around. That's fine. Alright, but let's focus on Fern for a little bit. She's going to scrap this fabrication. And she's going to be encouraged to try out... Fabricate voodoo doll! Pardon? It's just a bunch of stuffing. What's the worst that can happen? That's hilarious. I would love to actually fabricate a voodoo doll. Mostly so that Fern could like pretend to be talking to her parents and like, okay, I can totally convince them that this will all work out, right? Alright, we're gonna let Fern go ahead and work on that. Who's this? Tia Tinkerer is wondering if I want to hang out at her house. The Pigluck Manor. No, we're okay. We're in the middle of some work here. Oh, and the concept that we keep submitting isn't... What the heck? Fern, you broke it! Don't answer that call from your dad. He just sensed that something broke. Oh no! Alright, well, I guess she's going to get her handiness up by repairing the fabricator. She's going to try not to, you know, not to let Kelsey know something happened. Meanwhile, Kelsey is going to be putting together some of the interesting chemical analysis that they're using on all of the different trash and the bits and bobs that they're using to try to understand what kind of new creations they could potentially make. Excellent. Hopefully these two will be able to repair this. Liliana is off to eat. How's our boy? He's eating. Oh, Gene. He's good at taking care of himself at least. When he's done eating... then we'll go ahead and actually send him off to the dumpster again. Alright, come on, Gene. You got work to do. Come dive for these deals. And maybe some ingredients. And we'll see if we can just decorate his house with what he can find. I am a little concerned, though, because I thought that, like, when you worked with these pieces... I guess we'll just sell them straight up, maybe to, like, a recycler, I guess we'll say. Because it doesn't seem to, like, somebody who's going to recycle and, like, reupholster everything. Because it doesn't seem to actually work if we put it down right now. Yay! And Fern has fixed some things up! Fantastic! Alright, we'll go ahead and have her... No, 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 not the voodoo doll! Not the voodoo doll! I didn't mean a voodoo doll! I guess she was thinking about how she could... You know what? I guess we'll make a voodoo doll then. Because I bet she's thinking about how she could potentially convince her parents if only she had the skills and the ability. Alright. Okay, we're gonna scrap that fabrication. Sorry, Fern. I did not mean to have you work on a voodoo doll. And we are going to not purchase dyes, fabricate a eco part. I can't believe she knows how to make a voodoo doll from being mischievous enough. Meanwhile, her fabrication is going up pretty high, so that's nice. Jean found a full wood jacket bike in the dumpster. We need to give Jean that bike! We need to give Jean that bike! Absolutely, that would be freaking adorable. Alright. Yeah, see, Fern's just not making quite as much progress as I think she thought she would. We have another phone call over here. Bess, we're not hanging out with you. Got a minute to help me with some recyclables? I heard you have a recycler, and if you let me use it, I'll give you all the bits and pieces I get for free. How's that sound? I mean, that sounds good. Liliana, can you just go ahead and invite in? Like, sure, dude. And we've just found an Atlantis plumb bob in the dumpster. So we're finding a lot of things in the dumpster. And Fern reached fabrication level 2. Woo! Also, who's this? Liliana does not like dealing with new people, but I mean, she is trying to help out the Greene initiative. So let's go ahead. Friendly introduction. Yes, who are you? Are you here to use the recycler? And we'll just leave them be. Fern! Okay, Fern once again ended up having one of the most adorable mistakes with the fabricator. And I think that her confidence at the idea that she might actually be able to make some big changes in the world is beginning to go down a little bit. So that's definitely not what I expected. Freaking adorable though. I kind of wish she just could keep the paint. Because that is so cute. Is she gonna get rid of the paint? You should have let Kelsey say something to you first, because that's so adorable. Died in an explosion. Fern thought it was only llamas that could spit. Oh, I am so sad I missed that. That would have been so freaking cute. Alright, meanwhile, Kelsey did see that. And I think that she'd think that was freaking adorable. And Kelsey... We'll have Kelsey go ahead and... No. We'll not scrap the fabrication. That is so cute. Her logic is now up to level 2. So Kelsey's trying to find ways to work on that logic skill. Fern is now completely dyed. That is so cute. I love it. Is she going to stay that color? Because that's too precious. Here, we'll go ahead and actually scrap the fabrication and let Kelsey try to fabricate up. We're trying to get a bio part. There we go. And then let's fabricate. There we go, the bio part. Finally. Fern, I hope you stay that patterning. That is so freaking cute. I want her to come out so Kelsey can tell her how freaking cute that is. Alright, let's have her go here. There we go. And now she's wearing some clean clothes because she did the laundry. She's still dyed different colors! Oh my gosh! That's adorable! I freaking love it. I absolutely love it. Alright. You scavenge for some parts for a second, my dear. To clean up the mess that we made. Let's see. We found some upgrade parts, yes! And then put that in your inventory so that we're nice and tidied up. And then let's finish up. A razzleberry in the dumpster! Good job, Jean! And then we're gonna finish up this eco part. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Stay here, Fern. With Kelsey. Uh-oh, Kelsey? 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 Ah, why is the fabricator out for revenge? Oh my gosh, okay, I think that this is going to do a hefty bit to both the girls. Alright, let's make sure Kelsey's okay. Let's see. Brighton day? Discuss work? How about we discuss work today, because that was ridiculous. Like, that was a little bit much. Oh, and all of Fern's little dye is gone. Oh, man. And I feel like they'd be a little bit concerned about where everything is going. So, let's see. Gossip with coworkers, express admiration. Let's go ahead and let's do a hug. Because I feel like Fern is going to be feeling a little bit concerned. Like, I don't know. Is everything really working? I'm glad you're okay. I don't know how much more I'll be able to help you, but I'll do my best. Alright, so guys, interesting. Fern was hardly able to make any progress at all, which is going to be a big blast to her confidence. But, I don't know, she has made a big change. In fact, let's have Kelsey go ahead and encourage her. And be like, you know what? No, you've done so much for us. Let's brighten her day. And then let's actually give a gift that Kelsey has been holding on for her. The special gift of some more flowers. I feel like you're so good at gardening, and you're the only one who really has a knack for it. So, here. I wanted you to be able to have these flower seeds. Yay! Alright, so they seem to be pretty pumped and excited about that. Did that just give Kelsey like a ridiculous amount of influence again? What the heck? This woman, she's just rolling in the influence. But alright guys, they seem to be perking each other's spirits up. Hopefully Fern won't feel too bad about the fact we made no progress tonight, even though we tried. And at least the crew, the initiative, is beginning to get new materials that they can work with to help them out. Now, let's take a quick peek before we finish today. We've got a chair we can sell. We have got a very fancy toilet that we can actually go ahead and sell. And that gives us just enough money, I think, to repair this chair. And let's see. Okay, fancy chair. And it is only worth 900 simoleons. Alright, so I've learned my lesson. Don't go ahead and drag something out unless you really want it to work. I could have sworn that, like, tidying things up? Like, how is that supposed to be evidence that you, like, saved the money if when you get it out? Let's go ahead and, like, how is that supposed to... Oh, you found it's totally clean! This is so cool! Oh, Jean. And we're gonna give Jean set as favorite bike. We're gonna go ahead and he is going to add this to his favorites. And we're gonna give our boy Jean his very own bike because he's freaking adorable. And hopefully... Did he eat the razzleberry? And he ate the razzleberry. But alright guys, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure as we continue to dive for deals. Can we have our boy Jean, like, ride over to this dumpster? Is that something he can do? Bike here. I've never used a bike before in Sims. This is very exciting. Oh my gosh, it's so cute! And he's got his little rat friends and everything. And his little pink safety helmet. Jean, why do you continue to be so precious? But alright, thank you guys so much for joining me on this adventure. If you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, my friends, stay curious. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!